flexing?
On the neighbors, I guess. That's all we got to flex on here.
Mm-hmm. So almost, what, to the day,
I've had.
You've had, and then I was, what, a week behind you. I think I was. I don't think I was.
By the
that
time
long.
they were delivered.
By the time they were delivered, but the decision was made after you seen.
Yeah.
After seeing you first run the 35s, Roxxzillas.
Which was my idea. I picked them out.
Yeah. I ordered me a set, and then we learned our first ride out that I don't even think we could put a clutch kit good enough together to handle 35s for the type of riding we do.
Not if you want to keep your belt.
Yeah, and if you want to go through a belt to ride with mediocre performance, have at it. But it's been a year with the big tires, sticky tires. I think immediately after we got back from Black Mountain on that first trip on yours, we're like, we need to look into gear reduction. Long story short, you've seen the videos. If you haven't seen the videos, go check them out. If you're new, this is somehow your first time watching us, welcome. Hit the subscribe button. Stay tuned for more. So, just having a year under our belts with this setup, we figured we might just want to talk about what you need, what we have, and probably eventually, you know, on our wish list of stuff to do.
Which is, I'll go to the first thing we absolutely need. The 1.5 inch forward A-arms, which before we even had 35s was what I always ran on my RZRs because I always wanted my tires to hit before anything else. So I know I bought them before the backflip, which I put the forward on, anticipating I was going to do the backflip for it, and I've had the forward 1.5 inch ever since. But you got to have those for 35s.
Yeah, so get a lot of questions. What do I need to run bigger tires? So XP, XPT, Pro XP, you need the 1.5 inch at least forward A-arms. And we do still get just a little bit of rub on the A-arms right in there, but these are 4.3 offset wheels. Maybe even some in the shop spring there, but it just depends on how big of a bind you're getting in. Because I know a time or two on mine, I think I washed it off. It just got enough just to, oh, there it is right there. Just a little scrub, but you can't feel it. You don't even know you did it. But that's necessity. And I'd say necessity too is tie rod, heavy duty tie rods. The OEM ones are junk.
I'm running ORB.
I've got super ATV chromoly ones.
You don't have to have, but I would recommend at least the shock therapy steering rack.
Well, that'll.
I know, I'm not. I'm just saying upgraded steering. I just have the shock therapy.
Right, so, and because it don't matter if you're running 32-inch tires, these racks, OEM racks, just don't hold up. And Amber, for some reason, can demolish a steering rack in no time at all.
I think I specialize in it.
But yeah, you actually bent your steering rack before you had the 35s. Did the shock therapy race rack, which was expensive, but it's rebuildable. And here we are a year later, definitely over a year on the shock therapy rack. And it's solid.
Fine.
It's got no play in it, no catches. It's just as easy to turn as it was day one, so.
Now my power steering's an issue.
Yeah, hopefully we're doing something different, hopefully soon, sometime, with the steering, one way or the other.
Hopefully.
So that would be on your want list, I guess, you know, just whenever, and that just goes, when you break something, just upgrade it, do some research and upgrade it. But it's not something you need to have. But that's the two things you need to have. Everybody's got aftermarket wheels already.
Tie rods, A-arms.
So now, well, we forgot one other thing you need.
The tires.
You've got the tires. You're wanting
The
to
gear reduction.
set up your buggy for 35-inch tires. The gear reduction. Yes. Yes. It is a must. Like I said, I don't even think we could put together a clutch kit with what we know about clutching now that would turn these very good at all in the type of riding that we do. We could get them to trail ride, you know, cruise the main trails. That's no problem. You probably do that with, you know, stock gearing, stock clutching, but you're not gonna, you know, you're not gonna ride anything hard.
It makes a huge difference. I have a lot more control. Just everything feels easier, smoother. My engagement's fantastic.
Mm-hmm. So another thing recommended.
What is it?
I'd recommend, since you got to get the 1.5 inch forward A-arms anyway, that you go ahead and get a complete rear suspension too. We've got ORB. And just because that is a lot more force if you slam into a rut or rock, you know, you want your radius rods and trailing arms beefed up. Not a necessity, but definitely a, just go ahead and get it while you get your A-arms.
Not a necessity, but look how pretty. Ooh. Sprinkles got new high clearance ones. I had a warranty issue, had the hexagon ones on top and bottom, and since they don't make these anymore, the nice thing with ORB is they send you the new upgraded, their new version. So did a warranty claim and got some really pretty high clearance ones. So I think Sprinkles is happy. She likes getting diamonds and stuff. Since what we've decided she's my sugar baby.
Yeah.
And I'm her sugar mama.
Uh-huh.
So she's got to have the best.
So we're both running stock drive shafts still. Actually hers is a little beefier in the front because it's a custom length for her buggy. She's got Rhino 2.0 axles. I've been running stock axles up until Windrock. I finally broke one, a rear one. So we got Rhinos in the back now. My stock ones are still up front. Stock drive shafts.
I was just seeing under there real quick.
Think something interesting was under there?
I like to do inspections, and that's really easy time to
Yeah,
see what's going on.
You can
under
almost
it.
walk under it.
I can crawl under it. I can duck walk under it. Steering rack is in the want.
Steering rack's in the wants. The good clutching, a good clutch kit, which if you followed any of our clutching videos or anything, I have complete zero faith in any of the big clutch kit companies. So we came up with our own. It does great. A lot of people say you don't need clutch kit with the gear reduction, but I'm gonna beg to differ, because
then
if
you'll
you
turn around and hear them say, "I think I need a clutch kit."
Oh yeah. Or the same people, the same person I've seen say that online. I'm not picking on anybody or anything. Says you don't need gear reduction with a clutch kit, but yet they have gear reduction and a clutch kit. Or you don't need a clutch kit with gear reduction, but yet they do, because it works better.
But you will always recommend people do the gear reduction and then see what they think.
Yeah,
because everybody rides different.
Yep. What else? It's not really, it's pretty basic. I mean, gear reduction, suspension, wheels, tires. Replace everything as you wear it out. I'm still on the stock bushings. They're still nice and tight on both of ours, and yours are probably older than mine. We got you new bushings when we built the buggy.
Yeah, so pretty close to the same age.
So, and big wheels, big tires. You want to, after every ride, just check all your nuts and bolts. They will come loose. lug nuts, all that. You should be doing that whether you still have the factory tires on them.
I always have, but I think that's from my racing days. Just constantly after every ride, wash it, check nuts and bolts. And sometimes even when I get to the park after it's been in the trailer, because I don't know why in my head I think everything just rocks and shakes loose, and I don't know if I think the shocks are going to be laying on the floor or something when I open it, but I still have to look.
Well, and windrock, we both noticed we had some noises going on. We did find 2 lower heims that were bad, seemed to be the cause of all of our noises, so they've been quiet on the test drives around here. Not that we have anything, you know, fantastic to try it out on.
And I had my wheel bearings.
And wheel bearings.
Yeah,
you got front
those.
wheel bearings. They were 4 years old.
Yeah, they were due.
The only thing we broke, like I said, was that axle. And Sprinkles at Badlands, if you didn't see that video, she decided to break a U-joint. Had a U-joint bad, is all dried up on the inside. The U-joint broke, slammed the yokes together, broke the yokes, and broke like all but like 1 tooth off of, or 1 or 2 teeth off of the armature plate. So we decided to go to the RS1 route. I think after what she's had to say about it, I think, you know, probably put that on your want list to build a big, reliable rock crawler rig.
There's something else I'd suggest. You're gonna think it's stupid.
What?
Well, see, on the house, so we live in a shop house, but we harness the lightning bolts down this and actually have it run into the garage to go to Sprinkles. So that's why she's faster than Vlad, because I get all the lightning bolts and put them in the shop. You didn't notice the wiring?
I didn't know.
Well, don't worry about it.
I've never seen you plug her in before.
It's secret. But that's an upgrade you might want to do.
But yeah, it doesn't take much to run them. Like I said, I ran mine stock axles, stock drive shaft. Still no problems. If your foot's a little heavier than mine, which is perfectly fine, you're probably going to break stuff like that quicker. Her little feet are heavier than mine.
I put the wrong one up.
It's not, we're not saying it's indestructible or you won't break anything, but because you are, with the gear reduction to turn to bigger tires, you are adding more torque, put more power to the ground. So the trade-off is that it takes nothing to climb up rocks, walls, tires, whatever. It's very controllable, very easy. But I'd say after a year of gear reduction, would you change anything?
Nope.
I wouldn't either. I think the 53% low is perfect for 35s. It just feels real good. But I wouldn't change anything. I wouldn't go less. I wouldn't go any more. It's great. I don't have one negative thing to say about it. It enhances the riding experience. It brings it to a whole nother level.
I think the only thing bad I have to say is that I don't have another RZR with gear reduction in it. So I think I want 3 or 4.
Well, I think that's about it. Just a short, quick video. We're getting ready to load up and go to Black Mountain here before too long. Sneaking a ride. We're taking a break on the buggy build. Oh, I brought that tire out here.
Oh, so you can see the wear.
And then we didn't even talk about this. These used to be Amber's rear tires alongside a brand new one with some spider webs on it.
Ew.
So that's our concern when we went the sticky route, was how quick they'd wear out. And really, you're getting some corners that are feathered out, but it's not affected performance that I've seen. I don't know if you can tell the difference.
But Sprinkles will take new tires if somebody's buying. She always will take new stuff.
She's like that. So, but yeah, so we've rode a year on these. Some good trails, some road riding, and it's you know, it's not like some tires that get hard after they get drove on. They're still sticky. So, and they're not wearing out too bad. Tread depth is not bad at all. So really super impressed. I think if you can get a year out of the sticky tires, it's worth spending a little bit more money more frequently on tires. Just because they do make such a big difference, I think.
I was prepared to have to buy a set this year, but I'm gonna say no. Maybe next year. I don't know. We'll see.
But like I said, these are the rears, but those were your fronts. Your fronts are actually in even, you know, better shape.
Yeah.
So
that's why I rotated them.
May only need to buy a couple, whatever. The sticky is worth the additional wear, you know.
Speaking of wheels that wear out,
we don't ask for sponsors.
do you see it in the background?
But if there's anybody,
we can't let her know that we're filming.
No.
Here she comes.
Nobody tell her. Can she hear me?
No.
If there's anybody out there that can sponsor scooter wheels, we will take a scooter wheel sponsorship.
It's like every 30 days, new wheels. And some of them are like $100 for the set.
Yeah. And it don't matter if you buy expensive wheels. They're gone. I mean, she's not an ambi turner.
Yeah, she can only turn left.
I mean, we've even tried flipping the wheels around.
I know, I rotate and balance.
And it just goes quick. So, Roxxzillas, stickies, hold up longer than scooter wheels.
That is 100% fact.
I'm serious. Scooter wheel sponsor, send us, a set a month, 12 sets.
Oh my gosh.
I forget what size it is, but you
110s.
contact us.
They're 110
contact
millimeter.
Us and we'll get you all the details.
I know. I can send you my Amazon list, whatever. I can't afford it. It's an addiction. It's like everyone's addicted to something in this house.
So I think that's it. It's really simple. It's not rocket science. Big tires plus a gear reduction. It's awesomeness. So to run big tires, you need beadlock wheels, gear reduction, and at least 1.5 inch forward A-arms with some tie rods.
Lightning rods and possibly scooter wheels.
Lightning rods, scooter wheels, bags of Doritos.
It all works, but bare minimum, you're right. But
and some socks and Crocs. That's the ultimate setup.
Nice move.
Ultimate wheels and setup. So, I just wanted to give you our thoughts, if it matters to anybody, that we are extremely happy with this setup, and yeah, that's it. I hope Polaris never changes this transmission to where you can't reduce them. If they do, I'm gonna be mad. Probably have to go to Can-Am or something.
Probably.
Something with lower gearing. But extremely happy with it. Recommend it to everybody. If you have any questions, get a hold of us. We do work on these things in the shop. We do a lot of gear reductions. If you're far away and just need some help walking through it, you know, get a hold of us. We'll help you out with that, this or the other. So just if we can't work on it, then we'll help you work on it over the phone or whatever.
And answered questions are free.
Answer questions are free. There's
just like the free smells of the cinnamon nuts at the carnivals. They have a sign that says smells are for free. On the German roasted nuts or whatever it is.
Yeah.
So just like that, your questions are answered for free.
Yes.
You get some free smells at the fair.
Yeah, we try to. If it takes us a minute, you know, we get bombarded with questions, and we're not griping about it. It's fun to help you guys out, and just to get that little text, oh, I fixed it, or oh, I did it, or you know, I watched your video and got my gear reduction done. It's awesome. That's great. That's what we like to hear.
Yeah, and sometimes we're slow because we're at our jobs and they're party poopers. Get back to work.
So, all right, let's cut the video before we start griping about our jobs.
I mean, it just really cramps my style, but whatever.
Fortunate to have them.
No, I like my patience. It's the other stuff. This
Yeah.
is convenient to park up here.
All right, guys. There you have it. Our thoughts on a year review worth of gear reduction and tires, and thoughts about scooters and life in general and all that.
I don't
So.
think that was thought about scooters. That was begging for wheels. That was straight up begging. Oh, and if you ever build yourself a single seat RZR, keep in mind when you go to move someone else's, show the pedals here,
Oh my gosh, that was.
that they normal RZRs, the brake's over here. So if you're, say, loading an Ace in the bed of a pickup truck and you don't want to bust out the rear glass, and someone says bump it a little bit and you go to hit the brakes and there's no brake there. And I know someone who did it one time.
I know.
So
I have a friend who did it.
I have this friend. She totally did it one time, but she didn't break the glass. But we were all like, "Oh man," because all she hit was plastic, and we were like, "God, she's so dumb."
And I was watching Amber's friend load it into the truck, and I was like, "Man, this is freaking hilarious," because I just watched her.
I know.
And I think she hit it like twice. Like you were pumping it and it wasn't there.
No, she was.
Or she was. Your friend
not
was.
Me.
Yeah.
I wouldn't do like that. I mean, I had to question.
Amber's friend pumped the brakes, like trying to find the brakes 2 or 3
and then
times.
she looked down like, what's going on? Something's stopping the brake. And then she looked over at you and it was like,
I was just laughing at her.
I know. And I just shook my head. I was like, we're going to have to redefine the nature of our association. All right, thanks for watching. I just had to give Amber's public service announcement.
All right. Get sprinkles off my RZR.
No, she's going the rest of the way.
No.